You might be wondering how to find something to look forward to. It might surprise you, this is a pretty highly Googled question. So, we're going to talk about it coming up next. In this video, we're covering why you may be having a hard time finding something to look forward to.
Then we will tell you why it is so important to have things going on that you actually look forward to.
And last, we'll give you 3 ways to start finding things to look forward to. I'm Cristy Code Red, author, entrepreneur, retired professional boxer.
I'm Carrie Thompson, MSN RN, and the Chief Operations Officer here at Code Red.
If you're having a hard time finding things to look forward to, well, that's a red flag that something in your life is off.
What that is depends on who you are and what you've got going on.
Yeah. But if you feel like your life is an endless grind with no joy in sight, it's probably time to make some changes.
Cristy, we are both firm believers that happiness is a decision, not a feeling, but a decision. You can decide at any time to be happy, even if things are not going perfectly in your life.
Yeah. I mean, we also get what it's like to feel like you have nothing to look forward to and have no clue how to decide to be happy.
I don't care what anyone says, a life where you are miserable all the time is not much of a life.
Now, I know this stuff is going to happen, and that's hard. I mean, I'm not telling you to put your head in the sand and act like it ain't happening. But if you're miserable in your life, the majority of the time, look, I mean, bottom line, something is off.
The fastest way to stop being miserable and start bringing more joy to your life is to control the one thing that you can always control, which is you. You control you, no matter what's happening in your life. Or even if the rest of the world is going crazy, no matter any of that, you always have a say in what you think, feel, believe, and do.
Yeah, the sooner you change what you think, feel, believe, and do, the sooner you find things to look forward to.
Here's what you can do to find things to look forward to. Go back to when you were a kid and your imagination ran wild. Cristy and I have stories for days about riding horses and adventures outside.
I was just thinking that when you said that.
I know, and we used to make up stories, and then the prince on the horse would come get us and rescue us. Little did we know. What did you dream about back then?
Yeah, don't rule it out just because you were a kid. I mean, even if your dreams have changed, I mean, all of ours has, they still can point you to what you look forward to in your life today.
Pretend there are no limits on what you could be, do, and have. What would you choose for yourself? What would you like to do?
What we want you to do is we want you to actually write it all down, no matter how outlandish it seems. I mean, what are some experiences you want to have? What are some places you'd like to live or activities that you enjoy?
I mean, didn't we all want to be marine biologists at one time? Didn't everybody want to work at SeaWorld? I'm just saying, times have changed. What would your day be like if you could do anything you wanted? What would your relationships be like?
This exercise has nothing to do with being realistic and everything to do with getting excited. So don't dismiss something exciting just because you aren't sure how you would even make that happen.
The next thing you can do to find something to look forward to is go out and find it. Yeah. Go out and live life. Did you used to love, I love this example, roller skating. I used to love roller skating, Cristy. Go get yourself a pair of old school roller skates and go and do it.
Yeah.
Do the things you used to love and see if you still love them.
I encourage you to try new things and see what you think. I mean, you might find new things to look forward to that are better than you ever imagined.
If you try something new and it doesn't feel right, pick something else. You're not stuck with it for life. You're just trying it out. And I have a great example of this. When I moved to the smaller town in Kentucky that I lived in I had moved from a bigger town to a smaller town. I went to the gym and they had a completely different setup on the classes. The classes were more like dancey and rhythmic. And I was used to just weightlifting and HIIT training and all that kind of crazy stuff. But Cristy, I tried it and I went to the ones I loved and I wasn't stuck with the ones I didn't. Was it uncomfortable? Yes. Was it hard to be in front of a group of people that I didn't know? Yes. But I'm so glad that I stepped outside my comfort zone and I just tried it.
I have an example, which I don't mean for us to bring up exercise examples. Remember, exercise has nothing to actually do with weight loss, but we do believe in exercise when you get to maintenance, and Carrie and I are both in maintenance. I used to not like hiking. Did you know I didn't like
Really?
hiking? I did not like hiking. And but then I got dogs. And I really love hiking because that's a pace that they're real good with, and that's a pace that I ended up hiking rim to rim of the Grand Canyon, 24 miles and 6,000 feet of climbing. I did it in 9 hours and 15 minutes. So, yeah, how's that for trying something new and ended up falling in love with it? And so, yeah, like, it could be something that you do love. And here's a little trick. If you are thinking about getting a new hobby and you're not sure if you're going to like it, just buy it used online. Go to some sort of a classifieds. You know, they have them on Facebook and they have them online, and get a used, instead of spending hundreds of dollars on something you don't know if you're going to like, buy a used pair of rollerblades, for an example, or a used longboard, and see if you like it, or a used stand-up paddleboard, and see if you like it first. And then if you know you're going to like it, you're like, yeah, this is cool, I want to start doing this, then maybe you can get a nice one.
I tried stand-up paddleboarding when I was on vacation with Cristy, and I am not going to be buying one from anybody.
She did
just
it
so everyone
in the ocean.
knows.
She did it in the ocean, okay? It's not fair. It's not fair. It was big crashing waves over her, and so she couldn't stand up.
But let me just tell you that now I know that that's probably not the right activity for me.
But you didn't give it a fair shake.
No.
Okay.
We'll go back.
Before we go to our next point, we want to hear from you. So comment below, pause the video while you're commenting, comment below, and tell me, what are you looking forward to? Are there activities that you're like, yeah, I can't wait to do that? Or are you stuck, like maybe watching this video because you're stuck? Are you like, I ain't got nothing to look forward to, this is a problem? Whatever your situation is, comment below, tell us your story. One thing we want to make clear about finding something to look forward to: whatever you do, don't blame outside circumstances as reasons you can't find something to look forward to.
Well, I get that your life right now may be challenging, and that's why you're struggling to find things to look forward to. But sitting around and hoping and wishing for things to change, well, it's just not going to help.
In fact, it'll probably make things worse, by the way, and more hopeless for you. So get in touch with what lights you up and the dreams that you have or you used to have.
Go out, have new experiences, or repeat the experiences you love. I'll never forget when my sister, you may have heard of her, Cristy Code Red, she went and bought painting stuff because she wanted to start painting again. And she figured it out, and she does some absolutely beautiful landscapes now. And I was so proud that she stepped outside of maybe what is Code Red and what is exercise, and she's doing something totally different.
Yeah, I need to get back to my painting. I've kind of gotten away from it. But
Bob Ross, he misses you.
Bob Ross, I love Bob Ross. Yeah, and that's a great example. I stepped out, I practiced. I wasn't good at first, but I got pretty good. And you know what? If you need some help, ask someone in your life to join you, or at least brainstorm with you. And I know this might sound silly, but I have a puppy named Vince, and when I got him, when I adopted him from the Humane Society, I was asking Carrie, you know, he's half German Shepherd and half Labrador Retriever, and Carrie said, you know, maybe he could be a good emotional support dog, or a good service dog, or maybe you could take him to an agility course. And she helped brainstorm ideas of what I could do with Vince. And that really helped me, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
Good.
It really helped me to talk that out, because it was bothering me that I couldn't give Vince, I didn't know what to do with him because he has so much energy and so smart. And just talking that out with Carrie really helped.
He's like having a child that's like a Mensa child. He has to be staying busy, otherwise he'll get into trouble. Well, you'll want to get yourself into some kind of action, because all inaction is doing is keeping you trapped where you are. And we have a family member that has never moved or lived or experienced anything beyond this 20-mile radius kind of around their house and their community. The same stores, the same experiences, the same restaurants. And it always makes me sad, because this person is paralyzed to go to a new church, to try new things, to get a new friend group. And I just don't want to see you go through that, because if things need to change, you're the one to change them. You have that power, so use it.
If one reason you struggle to find something to look forward to is because you feel sick and tired all the time, which is a really big problem for so many people, it could be time that you need to start taking better care of yourself. We've helped tens of thousands of people from all over the world feel better, lose weight, take their life back by simply eating real food, drinking water, and sleeping. We're not talking about shakes or pills or diet foods or even exercise.
When you do feel better, it is so much easier to find things to look forward to. Even things that you struggled with before, like getting up off the ground, like going outside and running around with the kids or the grandkids, those things become easier. Even a stroll around the neighborhood becomes easier.
Yeah, everything becomes easier. And plus, you just feel good because you have no more brain fog and you have this renewed energy and your hands and your knees don't hurt. Like everything in your life just levels up. It's incredible. So you can get started on the nutrition program and the lifestyle, the Code Red lifestyle, by going to 10poundtakedown.com and joining the next challenge. You can learn more about it by clicking on the link that I have below in the description. Check it out. And we'll see you on the next video.
Marine world. Everyone wants to be a marine biologist till they realize they got to go to 10 years of school. Is to go out and find it.
Do it again.
The next thing you can do to find...
Do a little longer pause. You're such a jerk. I'm telling you, editing videos is hard. Okay. Sorry. Oh. You have to check my ears. Don't look now, because I'm getting ready to do it. Hold that thought. No, I gotta switch legs. Okay. Oh, I'm getting old. No, I'm not.